Hey guys, Editing Bonk here with a quick message. This tier list is unedited. I didn't want to spend too much time on it, just because shipping is a bit of a subjective thing. Although personally I'm into it, and you might be into it, it's not something that's for everyone, so I'm currently working on a more broader topic for a tier list. So it's coming, guys. We have a really good one in the works. Which is probably gonna be out like Saturday. So yeah, with that in mind, guys, for the shipping enthusiasts, hope you enjoy the video. Oi! How's it going, you swell individuals? On today's tier list, due to popular recommendation, we're gonna be ranking the Genshin ships that you submitted in this video. If you haven't checked out the tournament yet, please feel free to do so. It was actually pretty fun. Although we lost a couple of subs, we also gained like a lot of them. Also, we added a couple of ships from the comments section of the tournament video to this one. So we have a total of 76 ships to rank, which is gosh darn, that's a lot. Now the tiers are all self-explanatory, so let's get right into it. So first up we have Peak Mommy and Peak Daddy. Ooh, we starting off strong today. Now right off the bat, even though they're both colossally big-brained, I feel like there's gonna be a lot less fighting in this relationship than most people think. People think the Shadow Masters are fighting over super serious things, but in actuality, they're having interdimensional chess for who has to do the dishes tonight. Wait, them having like mind games with each other for the simplest things? That's adorable! I kind of like that change of pace as well for how they are at work to how they might be at home. Ooh! No, I kind of love that. I'm gonna put this in a top tier couple. I think it'd be really cute. Yeah, weirdly enough. Also, bedroom game, top tier. So next we got the Assassin Dommy Mommies in Rosaria and Yall. Now this, I think, would be that couple that barely ever talks, but they actually love each other so much. Yes! I feel like Rosaria goes to the bar and everyone's like, hey, so I've noticed you and Yall aren't really talking that much recently. And Rosaria's like, yeah, isn't it great? I love her so much. No, wait. Guys, who do you think's the top in this duo? I have to say Yall. Yeah, I feel like Rosaria is actually a bit of a switch. So bedroom game, also amazing. Every now and then when they actually go on like a date and hang out, I think it's gonna be really precious. Like, imagine these two bad bitches like holding hands or something. No, everyone's worried about the relationship, but to them it's going amazingly. So in my eyes, it's another top tier couple. Bro, I feel like we're gonna have a lot of these up here and it kind of makes me nervous. Next up, we have the daddies in Kaya and Albedo. Now, this is really similar to the last one in the sense that I don't think they have to verbally communicate that much. Like, Kaya is definitely the social man in this relationship, but I think he's open-minded enough to know that Albedo probably cares about him without having to constantly say, I love you, baby, let me suck on your toe. But yeah, even though I ship both of them with different characters, I think it's still a cute dynamic. Yeah, them going out after a long day of work with each other, just a quiet, nice evening, it's kind of a cute thing. I'll put it right under. I'm actually gonna add a tier, yeah, because it's not like adorable because they're both adults. Then again, adults can have cute relationships too, but I'm gonna say it's a really swell couple. Not quite top tier, but still really good, yeah. Next we have Albedo and Suki Rose. I don't really like this shit. Nah, and I can't really explain why. Like, I like the whole idea of Albedo being the rizzy professor and the really shy student. I think it's kind of cute, but there's just something about teacher-student relationships that I've never really been into. I know this is just like personal preference, but to me, they're just friends. Yeah, it's the master and student that become really tight, but I could easily see them both both in different relationships with different characters. So I'm gonna put them there. Next, we have Dottore and Dottore. Now, this man loves himself to death. Did you see what I did there? Now, in the last video, I did like a sarcastic joke about him loving himself, and like 10 people were like, "Bonk, are you stupid? He hates himself." So, apologies. I'll be more obvious with my jokes from now on. But yeah, it's a very love and hate relationship. He has such a big ego that I feel like he loves himself to an extent, but at the same time, he hates himself. It's kind of sad, actually. It's like Nahida said, it's hard to find peace with yourself. Ooh, so deep, got a wisdom, girl. But yeah, love and hate. Next, we have Alhaitham and Nilou. Now, although I find the dynamic of really outgoing, nice girl and quiet, stoic man really cute, I think Nilou is a little too good for Alhaitham. Ooh, he said it! He said it! He's gonna get flagged! But bro, do you know how much baggage she would have to be carrying to make this relationship stable? It's gonna be so difficult for the girl. The thing is, I don't have any doubts that Alhaitham, maybe every now and then, would probably take somewhat good care of Nilou, like take her to a nice restaurant, maybe engage in small talk for like 5 minutes. And then after that, he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna eat my food. I've done my socializing with you for the week. Like, nah. I think after a while, this relationship would fall off. So I'm gonna say it's a how the fuck did this work relationship. It's cute on paper, but in practicality, I don't see it. And ironically, the next relationship is Toma Nilou, and I 100% see that. The thing with these two is they're both such swell individuals. Like, this is that couple that you see them being lovey-dovey, and for some reason, it doesn't even bother you. You're just like, ah, that's really sweet. Also, I'm lonely. Nah, imagine Toma going to one of Nilou's little dancing performances. I feel like he would be her biggest supporter. He would wear like a bunch of Nilou merch, be like, yes, go wife. Hey, see that right there? That's my wife. I love her. No! And then she visits Toma at work when she can. Yeah, this is soulmate level stuff. I think we're gonna keep the soulmates to like the top 10 maybe. This is like some Romeo Juliet kind of stuff, except just a lot more wholesome and less death. But yeah. Next we have Barbara and Benny. Now the thing with these two is even though I had them lose to Benny and Noelle in the last tier list, it's still really cute. I like it a lot. And someone left a comment about every time Benny injures himself, Barbara like wraps him up and heals him. Diabetes, I love to see it. Ooh, ooh. And similar example to the Toma and Nilou situation, I can imagine Benny going to Barbara's concerts, but just maybe not being the most vocal, because I feel like in a relationship, they both would be really shy, but Barbara's gonna be singing on stage. She sees Benny like in the back, like, yes, go queen. These two can easily be the main protagonist of like a high school anime. So I'm gonna say it's a really sweet couple. I don't think it's like top tier because again, I like the adult relationships more, but we're still gonna leave them there. They're really good, yes. Speaking of adult relationships, Diluc and Beidou is one of those relationships that has so much testosterone. Like, bro, the pants are interchangeable in this relationship. Now, the thing I love the most about these two is how much of a rebel, in quotations, they really are. Like, they're both always doing their own thing, kind of under the table, that I feel like they'd get along super well. Yes! Like, imagine Beidou having a long day on the Crux, meeting up with Diluc at a bar, maybe not even to drink, just to have some of that pub food, the chicken wings, the chicken tenders, the good stuff. I think it would work out, and I'll put it in a top tier couple. Yeah, maybe towards the bottom side, but I still love it a lot. Yes. Next, we have Kaya Rosaria. I have this image in my mind. Just imagine Rosaria bringing him home and kind of staying the night at Kaya's place. Yes! Kaya's like drunkenly inviting her in, and she's like, okay, fine, we can mess around a bit. And after they have their one night stand like 20 times, eventually Kaya proposes to her. That's kind of adorable because I cannot picture either of these two getting married. So it's kind of just a cute little fanfic. But yeah, I'll still put them in top tier couple. Just personally, I like these two more. Yeah. Next we have Zhang Dong and Tartiggles. Tartiggles tiggling all over Zhang Dong's dong. But this is another example of mature relationship. Even though Tartaglia's a bit of a battle-hungry warmonger, he still has his professional side when around Zhang Dong, and they both always have such mutual respect for each other, even though they're on separate sides, which I kind of think is cute. But bro, this is that boys love couple that gives every woman in a 20-mile radius wet dreams. There has to be a whole bunch of dojins about these two. And no, I'm not checking that out. But with that said, this is another top tier couple, without a doubt. It's pretty awesome. Then we have Fischl and Noelle, which is also kind of cute. Wait, no! The whole idea of Fischl going on one of her tangents, and everyone's just like, ugh, she's at it again. But Noelle's just kind of like standing there, attentively listening, being really polite. Nah. And the thing is, they're both really kind-hearted as well, so I feel like Fischl might also be what Noelle needs, in the sense that she would tell her, hey, don't let those people use you like that, baby girl. Wait, that's so cute. Okay, like literally, the really damn adorable tier is made for couples like this. I know it's under these other ones. You know what? We can just do this. I'm fine with that. All of these are interchangeable because they're all really good. Anyway, next. Oh my god. Now we have seen firsthand how Rizzy Beto gets with this girl like, goddamn. I feel like if Beto is persistent enough, she can get any man or woman she wants. She's so smooth while also having those kind of really cute moments you see from time to time. No, she's precious. And also a giga chat. Like, bro, them meeting up after a long day of work, dressing up really fancy, going to a nice restaurant. Bro, Ningguang would probably buy every table in the restaurant just so they have alone time. You gotta keep that relationship under the table. So with that said, it's top tier. We're gonna leave it here for now. Again, Perfect Soulmates is gonna be top 10. These might go there, but for now, we'll leave it as is. Zhang Dong and Baizhu, I love it so much. The whole idea of Mortal Boy wanting to be immortal and the immortal god just wanting to settle down is so good to me, bro. And also the two dads taking care of Chi-Chi together. Ah! Plot twist. Baizhu needs to go on like an errand, and then he asks his man to watch the pharmacy with Chi-Chi, and it's like her stepfather. Zhang Dong not knowing how to interact with a child is precious. Although, I know Chi-Chi's not a child technically, but it's still wholesome to think about. And them going on their nice nighttime walks, as Zhang Dong always says. Nah, I like this a lot. I'm gonna put this in really adorable, just because of the whole Chi-Chi shtick, and I want to separate the tiers. Because, bro, this top tier couple is gonna be packed. Anyway, next we have Arlecchino and Columbina. I probably mispronounced that name, but guys, why did you want this? I mean, personally, I love the fan art of these two. I think it's awesome, but we don't know anything about them yet. So we'll just go based off of fan art. It's kind of one of those things where Arlecchino is 100% a dommy mommy, likes to step on people's faces, but with Columbina, she changes to like kinda must protect vibes, even though Columbina is the must protector of her. I think it's kind of precious. I'm gonna say it's really damn adorable. Again, we don't know anything about them, but still, it's a really nice couple. Next, we have Sino Albedo. Now guys, you know I ship both these characters with another character, but I still love the idea of Sino not being judged by his partner. Like Tiggy Cakes is never gonna show up at Sino's stand-up comedy night, but Albedo will show up just to show his support for his man. And Sino being a fanboy of Calx just adds to the adorableness. Like, imagine him surprisingly seeing Albedo in the audience. He's like, nah. Sorry, everybody, I forgot what the joke was supposed to be. Yes, cauliflower. But these two are really cute. Yeah, another really damn adorable couple. Again, if you want to have this or like this, it's all up to you guys. Doesn't bother me. Next, we have Chongyun Zhangling, who, to many people's surprise, I kind of like more than Chongyun and Zheng Cho. Yeah, because Zhangling is really peppy and nice, while Zheng Cho kind of like messes around with Chongyun a bit, which definitely has an appeal. But I think this is the more diabetes-inducing relationship, yeah. Ooh, and maybe Zhangling makes like certain kinds of foods for Chongyun when he goes to her restaurant. Yes, because he doesn't like spicy. So she's like, Dad, quick, Chongyun's here. We have to make it like this. No, I love that. They're cute. Okay. It's a really damn adorable couple. Yeah, I like the more adult ones, but every now and then, this is sweet, guys, okay? Next, we have Alhaitham and Dea. Now, I love the idea of the bad bitch Dea and the bad man's Alhaitham. Like, I think they would have mutual respect for each other, but when it comes to a relationship, bro, Dea would be constantly arguing with Alhaitham. I can easily imagine her fisting him. But this would be the arguing couple that kind of reluctantly is still together for the kids. So you know what? With that said, it's a standard everyday couple. Yeah, there's a lot of couples like this out there. Next we have, yes, this is what I love. Now, Dea and Beidou. I think this was introduced in the amusement park tier list a really long time ago, and it is ingrained into my soul. I literally had a dream about these two hooking up, and I just... And that never happens, guys. Like, nah, they're such bad bitches. Imagine a group of dudes go to hit on these two. Bro, they're gonna get their butts turned inside out by these ladies. Even though they're both from completely different sides of the world, the desert and the sea, they would have such mutual respect for each other because they had to go through such hard times to get to the point at where they're at. They would get along so well, guys. Oh my god. Now, in my eyes, I know Beidou and Ningguang is amazing, but these two are soulmates. I would pay money to see these characters interact. Hoyoverse, please give that to me. I need it. Then we have Ganyu Cushing, kind of another pretty staple one, which I kind of love a lot. Yeah, I've seen so much fan art at this point of Cushing taking care of Ganyu, which is so precious because Ganyu is so overworked. I'm really happy that she has someone like Cushing to kind of be by her side. Nah, because the thing is, Ganyu is so overworked that having someone like Cushing who is also insanely hardworking to take care of her, is so damn adorable. Like, oh my god. I highly recommend checking out fan art of these two because it is some of the most top tier fan art in this community, in my opinion. With that said, this is a pretty simple one. It's really damn adorable. I would just love to see these two hang out outside of the clock, like when they're not working. Like, imagine them just going through the park, holding hands, feeding some birds. That was a random example, but it's really cute, yes. Next up, we have the Immortal Boys, and this is my go-to Albedo ship, as well as my go-to Scarra ship. I want to see Homunca Chunk and Puppety Luppety meet up in person. It needs to happen. And the reason why I love this so much is because Albedo is one of the like 5 characters in this entire game that Scarra isn't going to want to murder. And isn't that kind of adorable, guys? Yes! They're both also really standoffish, so seeing them together, Wanderer being a bit of a tsundere, but Albedo is so open-minded that any insult like Scarra might throw at him, he would just kind of like take it in a really good way. Like he wouldn't take it to heart, is what I'm saying. So, I'm sorry, this is one of my personal faves. It is a top tier couple. Next up, we have one of the best couples in the game, and it's so random. Kaveh and Alhaitham, chuck that in the garbage. Kaveh and Layla, that's where it's at, y'all. It's so precious to think about. Just imagine them going on a date, Kaveh constantly taking care of Layla to make sure she doesn't like walk into a pole, fall asleep out of nowhere. It would be so much hand-holding vibes, but then when Layla falls asleep, she takes care of Kaveh. The roles change, and that's what you need in a relationship. Mutual trust, mutual cooperation, and understand. Nah, enough said. Simple enough. They're soulmates. They're so good. Next, we have another one of the ships the game kind of throws in your face. Jean and Lisa is actually really cute. First couple I ever personally shipped. I love the whole idea of Lisa being super smart and laid back, while Jean being super insanely hardworking. Like realistically, Jean needs someone like Lisa in her life to kind of have like a bit of structure and to kind of like chill out and mellow out a bit. I think it's just kind of a thing everybody needs, yeah. And even though Lisa is going around flirting with all these other people, bro, at the end of the day, she always goes home to her wife, Jean. I'm home, honey. Wait, nah, Jean is the one who says, honey, I'm home. Yes, without a doubt. But with that said, gotta love the opposites attract. It's kind of top tier. I'm gonna move Ganyu and Cushing up here as well because they're kind of on the same level to me. Yeah, so I put them there. Xiao and Venti is another precious one that got eliminated in the first round on the tournament yesterday. Now, I'm not trying to start a war in the comments. I have no idea which one of them is stronger, but I feel like the Animo boys are kind of on the same level, yeah. And Venti being as carefree as he is, looking after his boy, you gotta love to see it. I can easily imagine Xiao like going down the street like, and then Venti's like, what's wrong, my boy? No. Like for some reason, I can imagine Xiao like venting to Venti. And Venti just casually listening with a bit of the sake in hand, petting Xiao on the head. No, this is really cute. I don't know if Xiao would vent because he likes to keep his demons on the inside, but having someone as strong as Barbados with him, I think would help. So I'm gonna say this is at the top of really damn adorable. I think these two are precious, yes. All right, so next up, I have a bit of a question for all of you. Why? Dude, there was like 5 of you people who suggested Dottore Lisa, and I kind of get it until I don't. Like, they're both kind of sadistic, both insanely smart, but at the same time, Lisa has a bit of those, you know, boundaries that she won't kind of go over. But my boy Dottore, boundaries? What is that? Imagine Dottore comes home from work. Lisa's like, honey, how was your day? Dottore's like, I'm just a little tired. Had to stay overtime, experimenting on children. Like, do you think Lisa is gonna be okay with that? Nah. I get it, they're kind of similar to an extent, but still, this is a how the fuck did this work? I don't understand. Next, we have Pantalone and Dottore. I'm gonna throw a theory out there right now for no reason. So, Pantalone is Baiju's ancestor who had like Cheng Sheng and everything, and as he was dying, Dottore made him immortal, which is kind of what he wanted, potentially. But anyway, I said that very vaguely because I don't want to go into detail for a potential future video. The thing with these two is we've never seen Pantalone, so we don't really know how they interact. Like, yes, I know they know each other and are business partners, so they can't be too toxic, which is the saving grace. So I'll just put it in like your everyday couple, just because of the lack of information. I haven't seen much fan art of this either, so we're gonna leave them there. Yeah. Next, we have Diluc Yelan, and oh my god, the amount of top energy in this relationship is insane. And a bit of a hot take here, Yelan is the top. She is the one wearing the pants. But anyway, these two, in my opinion, are actually soulmates. You have the king and queen of the night in more ways than one. And funny enough, these two got eliminated in the first round in the last tournament, which says enough because that bracket was so hard to pick from. But just imagine these two meeting up in the middle of the night to like discuss business, and it just kind of escalates into a full-blown relationship. Like, it's such a mature thing. They're both under the table workers, and I feel like they're both very open-minded and comfortable with all kinds of things, right? Like some things that some people might find offensive, bro, neither of these two are even gonna care. I know that's a bit of a random example, but they're so chill, which is why I love it so much. Any date that these two would go on, if I was in their general vicinity, I would just be sweating like, oh my god, so much top energy, they're so good. Now, these two are awesome, guys. I love this, I really do. Next, we have Kazuzu and Skara. This is a relationship that I just kind of want to see. I know the whole Skara and Kazuzu's ancestor shtick, but these two have never even met. We just know that Skara respects the man, which is definitely a start, I gotta say that. And Kazuzu, I feel like, is kind of similar to Albedo in the sense that he'd be comfortable in like the occasional insult. Like, he's not gonna get super offended if Skara calls him out on anything because he doesn't have a temper, which I can appreciate. So I'm gonna say this is really damn adorable. Not quite top tier because I don't have enough like fantasy pictures they've never met to really put them in like the top. But still, it is a nice thing to think about. Yes. Next, we have Kazuzu and Hu Tao. Now, I have to say that one interaction they had in the new event is so good. Kazuzu, being a man of culture in Hu Tao's eyes, says more than enough to how this would play out. Like, they're both so open-minded to anything. The way Kazuzu just instantly kind of understood Hu Tao's sense of humor was so nice to see. There was no judging whatsoever, which as an audience member, I really love that. I think I mentioned this in the tournament, but on paper, this is the couple you see holding hands, walking down the street, and you think to yourself, how the frick does this work? But in actuality, they love each other so much. Not even though they're from such different walks of life, this is a top tier couple. A bit of a memeing couple. I think this is the highest Hu Tao's gonna go on the list. But still, I kind of love it, guys. Next up, we have Tartiggles and Yoimiya. Now, I kind of love this dynamic because here's the thing. On the surface, they're both really swell, sociable people. But in actuality, that only applies to Yoimiya. Tartiggles, tiggles in the shadows, while tiggling the souls. And the thing is, that's kind of why I love this so much. This was actually the duo that accidentally got cut from the tournament, and I'm really sad because they're awesome together. Their whole interaction during the whole haunted forest little event thing was so good. I think that was the event. But I love the idea of like Tartiggles being a little different around Yoimiya. Like this is that relationship that they're both really happy together, but every now and then Yoimiya has to be like, Tartiggles, honey, why do you keep having these mafia men in our house? But it's cute. She brings out his good side. She would be amazing with Tusser as well. That'd be really cute. I'm gonna say... Oh god, this is hard. Yeah, it's at the top of a top tier couple. This next pair is perfect soulmates though. I have been a Zhao Lumin supporter since day one. I love these two. Bro, the first time when Zhao was carrying Lumin during the Osile fight, nah, my fanfic brain was instantly, they are soulmates. They must be together. And yes, Zhao is a bit of a simp for her, but Lumin never like forces it. Like she's never taking advantage of Zhao's kindness, which I love. And him just being really chill around her is so nice to see because he's always stressed about worrying about other people. He doesn't have to worry about Lumin, but he does because he loves her. Sorry, I kind of rambled, but yeah, this is my first top tier ship since I started the game, but there's some couples that passed it at this point, but still, it's at least top 10 for sure. Cushing and Shinobu, I kind of love this as well because it's like the business girls, the bad bitches. Honestly, I kind of prefer these two to be like besties for life. Like after both of them are done work, they meet up in secret and go on like a date. Okay, never mind, they're a couple. So with that said, I'm gonna put them in a really sweet couple. Yeah, again, like these tiers aren't really ordered, but I don't think it's like adorable. Yeah, okay. I love them together. They're so precious. Okay. Next, we have Zhang Dong and A. I mean, they're both gods, which is cool. Like, nah, I don't really see this working. I can easily see them being friends, sure. But in a romantic setting, like Zhang Dong is so giga-brained, but super chill and laid back. I will say that A right now is kind of laid back as well, but I just don't see this working out in a romantic way. I ship them both with different characters. Nah, they're just friends. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah. Candace and Dea, ironically, is another ship that I don't ship. I love the idea that Dea takes Candace out of the village every now and then to like loosen up, have a good time. But in terms of like romance, I can't see either of them falling for each other, weirdly enough. I think my problem is I see them a little bit as sisters. So, yeah, we're just gonna put them as friends. Next, we have Ito and Shinobu. And although I kind of don't like this, it's not the worst thing in the world. Because I feel like Ito indirectly kind of saved Shinobu without it being his intention. Like, Shinobu was kind of lost for a bit. She didn't want to do her shrine thing, so she was just kind of a job hopper until she like met the Arataki gang. And yes, it's full of weirdos and dummies, but the thing is, it kind of works because this is an opposites attract situation. Although I think they'll argue a lot, they both have a lot of mutual respect for each other. Like Ito, even though he has that insanely big pride factor, he knows deep down that he needs Shinobu to stay out of prison, and Shinobu respects him for just being free. So with that said, I'm gonna put them in a really swell couple. Or standard because they would for sure argue. Yeah, you can interchange this, but I'm gonna put them at the top of your standard couple because they love each other, but they still fight a lot, I can imagine. Next, we have Albedo Mona, and I kind of like this, actually. It's not one of my favorites, but I think just the collective brain power of this couple is kind of amazing. Like, they would have so much to talk about. This isn't the couple that relies on their kids. What I mean by that is a lot of the times when you're married, have a kid, when the kid leaves home, the parents are just like, so what do we talk about? These two always have a conversation topic. So with that said, kind of a standard one, but I'll put them in a really swell couple. I think it's cute, but it's not really like a ship I go out of my way to really endorse. So it's kind of whatever. Next, we got the boys. This is the perfect example of opposites attract. I think we've only seen them interact like once, maybe twice, but still, it's really cute on paper. The fact that Ito always calls Ayato his bro is really precious. The thing with Ito is that he's so free-spirited that you either love him or you hate him. In this situation, Ayato loves him. Nah. However, if they were in like a legit full-out relationship, Ito, I can easily imagine being the stay-at-home dad. Ito's the best dad, even though he might be a bit of a bad influence, but still, this is where should we put this? I'm gonna say it's kind of adorable in the opposites attract kind of way. It's definitely not like top tier, but still, it's cute, so I like it. But you know what's top tier? Ayato and Toma, because both of these boys have a good head over their shoulders. And to be fair, I think Toma is basically Ayato's man-wife at this point. Like, the game isn't even trying to hide it. And self-explanatory, Toma is definitely the bottom of this relationship, but still, they can switch it up a bit every now and then. I feel like once in a while, Ayato's like, hey, Toma, let me take you out. We get some food. Let's take the kids with us. Have a good time. Yeah, I can easily see that. Ayato knows when to give Toma a break, even though Toma is the one always worrying about him. But this is a top tier couple. Yeah. Fischl and Benny is so cute, man. I know it's a bit of a unrequited love situation. Like, Fischl's kind of head over heels for Benny, but Benny is kind of into Barbara. Ooh, we got a bit of the high school love triangle. But with that said, I feel like Benny is one of those characters that isn't gonna judge Fischl when she goes off. And I can easily imagine Amy trying to talk normal with Benny, but she's blushing all nervous and stuff. No, it's so cute. Here we go, guys. Who do we ship more? Barbara Benny, Fischl Benny. Fischl Benny. Bro, Benny is such a protagonist of a high school harem anime. It's ridiculous. Even with all his flaws, he's just your basic caring person, which in anime basically makes you a Riz god. So nah, I just like these two. I think it's really cute. Next, we have Aloy and the tree. Again, depends on what kind of tree it is. If it's a birch pine tree, it's probably close to top tier, but I'd put it in adorable. But still, we have the sand bear trees, some of the more toxic ones. So I think it's a love and hate relationship. Just depends on the day, depends on the tree. Yeah. Next, we have Hu Tao and Sino. I kind of love this as well. However, I have one character you guys know damn well I ship Sino with more than Hu Tao, so I'm gonna say this is really adorable. Yeah, they both have amazing senses of humor. Hu Tao is one of those girls who would accept Sino's jokes. They're both TCG professionals, so they have more than one topic to get along on. Ooh, wait. Oh, this is really top tier, isn't it? Yeah. This is such a good meme couple that is just fun. Like, there's so many serious couples here, and then you have this. Nah, I love it. It's a top tier couple. It's not perfect soulmates, but still, It's really good. Why do I feel like Barbara and Noelle are gonna fight over who's taking care of who? Yes! Wait, that's so good! Both of them constantly like, no, relax, you've worked too hard today. And then the other one is like, no, you relax. Nah, but they would be so cute. This is the perfect example of really damn adorable. If they were to go on a date, I think I would die of diabetes. Like them going to an ice cream shop on their day off, just chilling, having really wholesome talks. Mona and Skara is so toxic. Why did you guys suggest this? I feel like you're gonna say, well, bonk, didn't you know they met in version 1.1? Yes, I know, I was playing in 1.1, guys. And if you guys remember, their interactions, they didn't get along. And yes, Skara's a bit of a new man right now, but Mona is the sass queen. These two would be fighting constantly. Weirdly enough, I kind of think it's cute if they were to like still love each other under all of the beef. But still, I can't put them up here. I gotta say, you know what? Love and hate relationship. Yeah, I'm being generous when I say that. Next, we have Jingcho Chongyun. Now, although I kind of like Chongyun and Zhangling more, this isn't bad either. Yeah, I feel like this is the relationship where it's the two pretty boys in high school with completely different personalities that every girl in a 10-mile radius ships. Yeah, they're all like, oh my god, bish, did you see Zhang Cho like poke Chongyun on the cheek? Yo, you know those two be having a good time. Nah, it's cute. It's not toxic in any way. Yes, Jingcho messes around with Chongyun, but it's in a nice way. So I'm gonna put it right under Chongyun and Zhangling. Yeah. Next, we have Ayaka and Lumin. And you know what? I saw Aether Ayaka as well, so we'll do them at the same time because it's the same thing. Now guys, the thing is, I don't like to ship the Traveler with characters because it's just you. It's too much of like a fantasy kind of shtick. I like it when both the characters have very obvious personalities where you can blend them together. Now, with that said, I still fully endorse this ship. It's definitely not Lumin and Zhao level, but bro, y'all gotta find yourself a lady who gets her feet wet just to entertain you. Like, imagine Ayaka when she had to walk home with the drenched feet. Like, maybe she got sick, but she was like, it was worth it. The Traveler was happy. Ah! Ayaka, you're a really swell lady, you know that? So with that said, I don't really prioritize one over the other. I remember someone left a comment in the tournament saying, one or two, who do you ship Ayaka with? And me personally, they're both top tier. Maybe towards a little bit of the bottom side, but they're still really good. Yeah. Shenhe and Yelan is that couple I ship for absolutely no reason aside from the Twitter god who makes the fan art of these two. Guys, go follow that person. I'll leave their name on screen even though I'm not editing this video. So good. Now, if they were to actually meet in person, I kind of think it would work out because Yelan likes them bishes who are straight to the point. That's why it works with Rosaria so much. And like I said in the last video, Shenhe is that one girl Yelan cannot top. Bro, Yelan is dominating everybody except for Shenhe. So with that said, this is a top tier couple, right under Rosaria and Yelan. Personally, I like them a little better, but still, another really good ship, guys. Yes. Next, we got Goro Kokomi. Now, y'all know what my favorite ship of the game is, so I'm not shipping Kokomi with anybody else. Now, I'm gonna put my personal feelings aside though. I don't really like this that much. I think I like it a little more than Sucrose Albedo, but it's still not really up my alley in terms of ships. So I'm gonna put them in there just friends. I can't really see them as more than that. I know they have cute interactions from time to time, and Goro is a bit of a Kokomi simp, but that's kind of as far as I can go with it. I can't really give this the bonk seal of approval for amazing ships, nah. Next, we have Hu Tao, Yen Fei. I kind of like this, but I don't know if I ship it. I know Yen Fei is kind of like down with Hu Tao, winky face, because they're both very open-minded. They have good senses of humor while also being obsessed with their respective jobs. Yeah, ooh, wait, that's kind of a good point. Yen Fei's obsessed with the law, while Hu Tao's obsessed with dead people. So it kind of works, actually. So I'm gonna say it's a swell, everyday, yeah. I'm gonna say it's an everyday couple. It's not really top tier in any way, but they would definitely get along. I think them having dinner together, kind of joking around, is kind of a cute thing to picture. Actually, we'll put them in a swell couple. Yeah, I think it's a better spot indeed. Next, we have Kaveh and Al-Haytham, and this is the one ship where I'm kind of okay with Al-Haytham with someone, because we've seen these two together for so long. Like, they're basically married at this point. Now, I think it's a bit of a toxic relationship to an extent, but when these two have their wholesome moments, it's so good, guys. Like, at the end of the event, where Kaveh thanked Al-Haytham for what he did, and Al-Haytham was just speechless because they're so used to arguing. Those moments are top tier. However, in a relationship as a whole, I'm gonna say it's a little bit of a love and hate thing. Yeah, I might get flagged for that. Some people are gonna be upset, but still, it's not like I dislike it. It got really far in the shipping tournament. It's just, I feel like I was too obsessed with their wholesome moments. Like, I'm basically saying that 5% of wholesome moments makes up for the other 95% of arguing. It's cute, but it's not the best thing in the world. Yeah, I'm gonna leave them there. It's a hot take, but whatever. Next, we got Jinyan and Yunjin. Now, these two are canonical besties in my mind, so it's hard to see it as a ship. You know what? Never mind. I can kind of see it. Remember the whole scene before Beidou and Ningguang started flirting like crazy? Jinyan was dragging Yunjin by the hand in a really cute way. I feel like if Yunjin had a performance, Jinyan would be in the crowd with like so much Yunjin merch screaming like, yes, you go wife. And kind of vice versa as well. If Jinyan had a performance and Yunjin went to it, she wouldn't be super like vocal, but she'd be in the crowd clapping for her girl. No, I kind of love it now. I'm gonna say it's really damn adorable. It's a really cute one. Yeah. Next we have Ito and Sarah. I kind of like it as well. I have a thing for opposites attract. You guys know that at this point. Now, I'm sure they're gonna argue like crazy, but every now and then, when they engage in the hand holding, it would just give me diabetes. Like, the idea of Sarah loosening up around this dingus of a man she has here is so precious to think about. I just love every situation where Sarah's not in serious strict mode. Like, she's definitely the top of this relationship, whether Ito wants to admit it or not. So with that said, they're kind of adorable, but it's still kind of love and hate. Yeah, I feel like Ito's gonna be the stay-at-home dad, and Sarah's constantly gonna be like bonking him on the head, like, why did little Susan say that bad word today? I love this, but I ship them both with a different character, so we're gonna leave them there. Yeah. Next we have Jinyon and Barbara. Another one I love, but I don't think it's as good as Yunjin Jinyon. So I'm gonna say it's a really swell couple. Just the musical duet, the high school musical dynamic they would have would be so good. I feel like every sentence they say when they're at home together would be harmonized. Like Barbara would tell Jinyon, "Did you do the dishes?" And Jinyon would be like, "Yes, baby girl, I did the dishes." Like, nah. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of High School Musical, but still, they're both really good people. They would care for each other. A swell couple. Really nice. Yeah. Next up, we have Eula and Amber, the final out of the trio of lesbian canon pairs. Bro, I swear, this game keeps shipping these female characters. Stop! But in my eyes, this is a Soulmates kind of shtick. Yeah, the whole Eula protecting Amber during Dragonspine. Bro, I remember that moment so vividly because I was spamming screenshot on my keyboard like, yes, protect her queen. But nah, it's an opposites attract situation. Like, bro, I need to see these two at like a ballroom dance or something. Eula is without a doubt a bit of a top in this relationship, but it's still very interchangeable. Either way though, in my opinion, out of the canon pairs, this is the best one. I'm gonna say they're soulmates. Yeah. Next we got Jean Ningguang. Jean is cheating on Lisa. How could she? And Ning cheating on Beidou. I mean, I kind of ship Beidou with Dea a little more, so that's fine. But nah, whoever suggested this in the last video, again, shout out to you. But these two are those leaders that they meet at like a press conference kind of thing. And Ningguang just gives like Jean a bit of the side eye, like, look at you, bish. You looking like a snack. I know Beidou's the top for Ningguang, but Ningguang is the top for Jean. So I'm gonna say it's an adorable couple. I just love the idea of these business ladies kind of interacting. Yeah. Just imagine Jean, like the second she waltzes into Liyue, Ningguang is gonna be like, all right, everybody get ready. We're welcoming my wife. I love it. Yes. Cushing and Aether, again, it's just you and Cushing, but Cushing is like a top tier wife regardless. She's the type to value other people's happiness over her own, and Aether is kind of the same, like both of the travelers are. So I'm gonna say it's just a really swell couple because I don't like to put myself in the shoes of the traveler. I know the traveler has a bit of a unique personality in terms of facial expressions, but still, it's a swell time. Them going on dates would be really cute. Both of them are really selfless, so that's a nice thing. Yeah. Kazuzu and Hazel. They once had beef, but now they're having other beef in the sense that Kazuzu is putting his beef in Hazel's. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked there, but this is really nice. I like these two. Yeah. Hazel is so chill with so many different people, but I feel like he acts a little different when around Kazuzu, and I kind of love that. Yeah. You can be super chill and laid back with your friends, but the second your crush comes into the picture, you're just like, guys, shut the frick up. I'm on professional behavior. Personally, I ship them both with different characters a little more, but it's still really adorable to picture. Yeah. Zhang Dong and Venti, I know how I said like Zhang Dong is the senpai who ignores Venti, but someone commented that it's the opposite, and I kind of see it being interchangeable now. Yeah. But with that said, I think they have a lot of respect for each other, so I'll put them in a swell couple. I don't think it's super top tier. Like personally, Zhao and Venti, I like a lot more. But the whole idea of them being alone in a room and them being different than how they would be in public is really cute. Lumine and Shenhe, I kind of love as well. I know it's just you and Shenhe kind of shtick, but Shenhe is such a good older sister must protect that her being in a relationship with someone she actually cares about, like a lot, is so cute to picture. Like, just imagining Lumine, like, dragging Shenhe by the hand through the city, showing her all, like, the different human customs and stuff. Bro, that's precious. It's adorable. I'm gonna put it at the top of really damn adorable. Next, we have Heizo Shinobu. Woo! Heizo, in my mind, is the designated mommy flirter. He loves those older bad bitches. However, at the end of the day, when he's done clubbing, getting his riz on, he goes home to his wife Shinobu, and she's like, "Where were you? I've been waiting. Dinner's getting cold." He's like, "Sorry, I just went out with some work friends." And she starts like dragging him by the ear. She's like, "Bish, I know what you was doing. You went to that club, didn't you?" Nah, this is such a realistic relationship, but it's so cute. At the end of the day, I think Heizo would still care a lot about Shinobu. I'm gonna say is it top tier? Nah, in my fantasy. It's top tier. It's so cute, guys. Next, we have A Miko, who the more I think about, the more I kind of like it. Yeah, because Miko is like that girlfriend who's dragging her girl outside of the house and forcing her to interact with people. A is like, "Miko, I don't want to go outside. There's people there." And Miko is just like, "Nonsense, baby girl." But it's also really cute because A kind of needs this. Like, I don't think she would be able to throw herself back into society without Miko's help. So it's really nice. I'm gonna say it's really damn adorable. It's a perfect example of that. Yeah. Toma and Yoimiya. Oh my God. I know I shipped Nilu and Toma as a perfect soulmate duo, but I kind of like this a bit more. Yeah, it's so good. Yoimiya, in my opinion, is the best girl of the game, and Toma is the best boy of the game. So when you combine such positive energy together, you create a masterpiece. You know what? Should we order these? Nah. We're gonna order it at the end of the tier list. I didn't want to have one character here more than once, but still, Toma's a Chad, guys. You have to admit it. Like, I feel like they would both be visiting each other at their respective jobs, and when they get home, they have a nice dinner with the kids. God, this is giving me diabetes. It's such a good couple, guys. It's top tier. Then we got Dane and Aether. This is that duo which I think is cute, but the more I think about it, the more I can only see them as friends. Yeah. Someone suggested I paired Dainsliff with Halfdan, which was his boy during the whole Conria shtick, which I'm more inclined to do, but I'm not putting it on the tier list because not many people know who Halfdan is, or at least remember him. But still, that would be a really damn adorable duo. But for Aether, Dainsliff, I think they're the boys, without a doubt. But I can't see it being super serious. So we're gonna leave it as just friends. Just a personal take. Sino and Tiggy Cakes, I like a lot. But there's so many more ships that I put Sino in that I kind of throw this one under the bus. Like a lot. But still, it's not a bad couple. It's kind of an opposites attract duo. They kind of have their adopted daughter with Kale. So they're kind of already a thing. With that said, it's still cute. I'll put it in adorable, just it's not super top tier in my eyes. Yeah. Next we have Noelle Benny, who in my opinion is the designated group for Mondstadt's youngin. Benny Barbara? Nah. Benny Fischl? No thank you. Benny Noelle, that's where it's at. They would take such good care of each other. Like, Benny wouldn't be mean to Noelle when he's trying to tell her to like stop being so nice with so many people because he's such a nice dude. And Noelle is gonna be constantly taking care of Benny. Like, them going on a date, holding hands, both of them blushing like crazy. It's like Barbara and Benny, just they're both on even grounds, which I appreciate more. So I'm gonna say it's a top tier couple. Yeah, good stuff, Benny Noelle, me likey. Next we have Benny Razor, which is also kind of cute, but it's not quite on Benny Noelle level. Nah, this is just a really nice bromance. They both have their own respective flaws, which I can appreciate, because if your partner doesn't have any issues, there's a problem. That's not true love. Now, that was so subjective, but either way, it's an adorable couple. Benny introducing Razor into human society while constantly having so many hiccups himself is really precious to think about. Yeah, it's an adorable duo. Next, we have D-Luke Jean. I like the idea that they're opposites in the sense that they have different views of justice and how things should work, but they have a mutual respect for each other regardless of their differences. So I can easily imagine both of them like sneaking away from their respective field, like Jean sneaking out of the Knight's headquarters, D-Luke going away from the Dawn Winery, and they just meet up under the stars talking. It'd be a nice thing. With that said, I don't think it's quite like top tier, but it's still a cute couple to think about. Yeah, I like it. Ganyu and Zhao is such a tricky one to me, because yes, they're both like the Adeptus people, but at the same time, they're both so selfless that I don't know who's taking care of who. Like, they're both gonna work themselves into the ground, and once they're in the ground, they're gonna look at each other and be like, "Are you okay, my designated other?" But nah, if I had to say who would like insinuate the caregiving, I think it would be Zhao, because Ganyu's so obsessed with her work. Like, imagine Ganyu calling Zhao in the middle of the night and they go for a nice romantic walk through the woods, like away from human society. Ah, it's kind of cute actually. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in damn adorable. There's so many characters up here. Next we have Aether Yoimiya. Now personally, I have to put this at the top. Like, bro, I love Yoimiya so much. She's my best girl. And the fact that Aether is just your main protagonist, I'm basically shipping myself with Yoimiya. Don't act like you don't do this with your best girl, your best boy. Everyone has this inside of them. So we're just projecting right now. Like, remember when Aether was carrying Yoimiya in the event recently? Like, Yoimiya's story quest? Bro, screw Ayaka, screw Nilou, Aether and Yoimiya. That is the designated Aether ship. In my eyes, yes. I'm being biased, but I don't give a rat's a butt. Next we have, ooh, wait. They're back to back. The finalists of the last video are right next to each other. So we'll do them at the same time. Why not? So both Sino Charlotte, Sarah, and Kokomi are perfect soul mates. I'm gonna use the same example for Charlotte and Sino like I did in the last video. Imagine Sino just getting into stand-up comedy. Charlotte would be the wife that is insanely supportive of this. So the first act he has in this, like maybe a bar or something for the comedy, Charlotte's gonna be in the audience with her little camera recording her husband so they have memories to share after. Bro, it's so cute. I love it. I'm not gonna fangasm over them anymore. And Sarah and Kokomi, this is my go-to Sarah and Kokomi ship. The amount of respect they have for each other, while at the same time, they also kind of loosen up with each other, is so good. I need to see them in a non-work setting. Them going on a date would be such a nice thing to see. Screw the whole Sarah simping over A shtick. Nah, she's simping over Kokomi. Kokomi is simping over her. The healthiest relationship you can have. So good. Next we have Nilou Kaveh. Now, personally, I like this more than Alhaitham and Nilou because it's more healthy and nice. Now, it's definitely not Kaveh and Layla levels of wholesomeness, but still, they're both really good people. I can imagine Kaveh going to see Nilou's performances and it being a really nice thing. Yeah. And Nilou would encourage Kaveh to not work too hard. It'd be a wholesome time. So, it is a top tier couple. Yeah. Next we got Dila. So in terms of Mondstadt ships, this is probably my favorite outside of like Amber Eula. It's not quite on that level. Like imagine Eula going to the bar after a long day of work. Diluc is the bartender, him mixing a drink for her. Eula getting really drunk, opening up to Diluc. He has to walk her home. It's precious. No, I love these two together. They're a top tier couple, not super perfect soulmates. Wait, do we already have 10? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Yeah, we already have our perfect soulmates. Is there any others left? Maybe. So Tartaglia Yoimiya, for some reason, is here twice. We'll just put that aside. Miko and Kokomi. I really like this as well. If Sarah wasn't in the picture, this might be a perfect soulmates. But nah, it's gonna be a top tier couple. These are the biggest brains of Inazuma. It's literally Ayato and Miko, except lesbian, and there's a clear top in this relationship. Like Miko is putting this fish on land. The amount of professionalism and Miko teasing Kokomi to loosen up is a really nice thing to picture. It is a top tier couple. Yeah. Next, we got Yelan Yenfei, which isn't bad, but I kind of ship Yelan with a lot more characters, so I can't put it too high. Their whole dynamic in the chasm, like Yenfei kind of endorsing whatever Yelan's plan was because she trusts her a lot, which is pretty wholesome, is a really nice thing. So I'm gonna say it's an adorable couple. We're gonna put it there. And now I still remember reading the comment of Yelan and her edgy loser boyfriend Zhao. It's such a funny, cute thing. Like the thing is, Zhao is that guy who tries to be cool, but isn't that cool. And Yelan isn't trying to be cool, but she's a bad bitch. So them being together, Yelan dragging Zhao around is so cute. Nah, it's really damn adorable, guys. And finally, the pair I squeezed in last minute, Ayaka and Yoimiya is a really good ship. I don't think it's quite Toma Yoimiya level, but it's still nice. They're both insanely adventurous. They love to try new things. Like, I want Yoimiya to take Ayaka out of her comfort zone, go to a different country, and just have an amazing time. I think that would be such a nice thing. With that said, it is a top tier couple, a really nice thing to picture. We're gonna organize this from best to worst. This is gonna take a minute, but for you guys, it's gonna seem like 1 second. All right, we have done it. We have organized the ships from personal favorite to personal not favorite. But with that said, guys, thanks for watching. This was definitely a more relaxed tier list than usual, but yeah, hope you enjoy, take care, and have a good one.